Hi guys, hi Alaina. Yikes.
This is Koopy.
Yep.
This is Lori and Brownie.
Nice.
Well, this is her nickname is Claire. Nickname is Claire. Oh no. Koopy, Alaina can hold the chicken. Hold it. Flat. Ray, Koopy's too happy. Try her. This is the lightest one here. Okay, Ray, come here.
Don't hurt them, Alaina. Yep.
And then he always just stays by me.
No, because they like attention. They haven't been out much. So we'll see how this video comes out. Well, time has come. I got to investigate that shock issue. I'll show you a little bit of a clip. You can see it. So there's what it looks like. And there, it looks like it's been moving. It might not have been making any noise, but that thing's been moving. So I'm hoping that once I get this figured out, not that it's hard to figure out, but once I get this tight, that I may notice something in the 60 foot. You never know. So if you look at that picture I showed you, oh man, that was a workout. My back's pretty tired on that one. Oh. But that's tight. Let me look underneath. And then I probably should check the other side too. All right, well, I got it on the train jack, and actually it slid underneath the car when I moved it at a different angle. So it looks like it's pretty good. I got the old bungee cord on there. And it's kind of cantilevered down. So hopefully I can get it up to line up in there. And then just let the carrier sit on the rear end housing and just slide it, muscle it in there. So let's see, at least get it up there. It's hard when you can't, there's nobody to help you. You're like kind of doing it all yourself. So. And those darn boss sets aren't here. They'd be doing this. Yeah, we don't want that going on, so we might have to put that up. Let's get that up. There we go. Looks like we're getting clear. Thing about a train jack is easy to put it up and down, man. Like that. Okay, so we got something going on pretty good. Not much room to work. Let's go down. So I could do this. I think, I don't know, let's see. Bitch. So we gotta go down a little bit. Well, you can see that ain't no country picnic lifting up in there, I'll tell you. Plus these all have to be tightened up perfectly together, and I like to get the axles in before I final torque them just to make sure everything lines up good. But I'll snug it down at least. Now the plan is to slide this axle in, engage the splines, and then get the brake caliper mount. There it is there. So let's get this guy. That's the retainer that kind of holds it on. Then sometimes you just need a little persuasion. Get past that seal. O-ring. All right, it's basically to repeat the procedure. Check me out though, there's no doubt. So these are the inserts here that go over the 5/8 stud so that my wheels fit on here. It's a kit from Strange. So put these on, and then it's a matter of the caliper, wheels, drive shaft. Let me get this together, and we'll check back. Snug them down. I hand tighten them. All right, guys, well, I got the rear end finished, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do a quick tranny service on it, drain the tranny fluid out of there, see if there's any metal or any major debris. I got the time. It's raining out today, so I don't even know if we're going to go racing tomorrow. But I said I better do it. You know, these aluminum pans, they always leak. I don't care what you do. That fluid's nice and pink, man. Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you, you want a transmission to last, you make sure it's running cool. With a C4, you want it running cool, and you want good line pressure. You need good line pressure, like 250 at least. I think that's important. Then you don't end up with all the clutch flare, 2-3 flare. There's a lot of different options, there's a lot of different things that contribute to that too, but I don't have it, and I'm glad. But I figured I might as well drain this out. Drop the pan. It's easy to do. You can see it's easy to see. Just some bolts there. Shifter linkage and the temperature sending unit. People always ask about the headers. There they are. 2-inch primaries, step to 2 1/8 to a Cone Engineering merge collector. I think it's 7-degree merge. That should be good, and then whatever the converter drains and the rest of it. But hopefully that shock, it still makes a little noise when I move the car up and down. I think I said that before. No big deal. Well, I gotta try it. Let this thing drain a little bit, and I'll drop the pan and we'll take a peek. Be right back. All right, guys, so I drained the transmission fluid, and now I want to drop this pan, which is actually pretty easy considering everything, but everything's still on my back. But nothing's in the way to drop it. The only thing is, if you want to drop the transmission, you do have to pull this header. That kind of sucks, but that's how it is. I don't get too worked up about it right now. But the fluid looked pretty good. There's always like little tiny pieces of micro metal, I guess I'd call it. That's just what you get with wear. Nothing like chunks. But it's pretty easy to do. The shifter's already undone. There's a couple bolts for that. And that's it. Okay, so there's only one left, right? Yep. Looks pretty clean. Hang on, I'll show you. And I like that that's not all dripping. It's drained overnight. Put her back in the game. So there's some wear in there. There's clutch material in there, which I wouldn't think it'd be that much, but I've been beaten on this thing, so who knows how much is much. But no chunks. The fluid's not really burnt per se. So I got the gasket all scraped off the pan here. I use that 3M weather strip adhesive and glue the gasket to the pan. Razor blade goes right down the side. Get most of it off. Use some brake clean. It wipes right off. So that's it. All right, so what I did is I cleaned the pan all up. I just cleaned this bottom of the transmission where the gasket seals with brake clean. I like it all dry as possible. I think that's key with these gaskets to seal, is it's got to go on a dry surface. And once that's on a nice dry surface, it'll seal, although they don't last long. They always seem to leak after a month or so. And you kind of just learn to live with it. So, put the gasket up there in the pan. Put the pan up. I'm not even messing with that filter. It's not enough to bother me. That's a matter of holding this up. And if I can just get it snugged, just so I can let go and that bottom's not leaking. Good thing about a C4 is there's not many pan bolts, and they usually line it up without any issue, at least with this setup. And I don't use that power 1/4-inch gun. I don't know. Gaskets are weird. They like to be tightened up just right, and that's how I kind of do it. And I have pretty good luck. Then we just have to top it off. I don't know how much fluid. I think it holds 3.5 quarts or something. 4. I don't know. This up here. That's the throttle bracket. Like I said, you know, you saw me clean the pan out. There's a little clutch material in there. Not much I can do about that. It ain't slipping, but it's telling me that it's wearing a little bit. But they always have a little debris in it. It's not that bad. But it's telling me to keep an eye on it, and if I can make it through this race without any issue, then I'll pull this transmission out. I may change the rear gears to 457s. I don't think I need 471. A couple other changes, but right now that's what we're doing. So let me finish this up, put the sending unit back in, hook up the shifter again. Pretty good. I like to just go around it a few times, cinch it down slow, keep going over it a couple times so it's nice and even. It's about the best you're going to get with this aluminum pan, I think. Then I'll go around and snug it with a regular ratchet, get a better feel for it. That's it. Get the hell out of here. I'm going to put this back in. And I'm telling you, with the C4, I think it's important to have a temperature gauge. You need to monitor the temperature on that unit. You don't want it getting hot. I like to keep it under 200. You know, 205 if you're doing a round robin thing, but usually it stays right around 200. You can see the gauge when I run, so that helps. I used to have a fan on the cooler, but I just put it in front of the radiator. Never looked back. go, guys. Got it back together, got to the track, had a personal best of a 125.60 foot. There was a pretty strong headwind, so down a bit, but otherwise, good to go. So a big shout out to my family to help make my dreams come true. Stay tuned to DragBoss Garage, where you never know what you're going to see or learn.